your girl Abigail, and I'm here on the street to ask people what does this phrase mean to them. Faith without work is dead. I mean, faith without action, does it work? Anyways, that's why I'm here to get people's honest opinion and to get their reactions on the question. Guys, this is Universal Worship Network. Let us go. You know our religious leaders talking about the pastors, the imams, the priests, right? So do you think they only emphasize on faith alone without having to talk about getting the work done to their congregation?
So I think it depends.
Okay.
Actually, I think some religious leaders, like you mentioned, have been able to balance this topic to speak to their congregation, to encourage them to do both. But I would be lying if I said that there are some who focus on one, whether faith or works actually, as the case may be. So it depends.
In our present society, I would say that unbelievers achieve more because they put more work in what they are doing. For instance, if you look into music industry, people that does in music, comparing them with church choirs, most church choirs are just lazy, except for a few ones that are hardworking. So most unbelievers do much of their work, and somehow they must have had faith, which they don't know. So, I would say that much believers are really achieving more than believers, so to speak.
Even if they talk about faith, faith itself is action. Faith itself is action. You cannot talk about faith without talking about the corresponding action. So if you talk about faith, you're talking about the corresponding action. You're talking about action. So our pastors, even when they talk about faith, they also talk about action, taking a step. Because even if you have to give, or if you talk about giving or money, you must give. The giving is an action, is action. Faith is a verb, an action word. And so as they talk about faith, they're talking about also taking steps.
Number one, we have some pastors.
Okay.
They are preaching and they have their own work doing. They have their business doing, and they are still seeing some things coming for them. Maybe pastor, you pray for me. Something is thank you, take this, take that. But there are some pastors, they don't want to work. You understand? There are some imam or alpha, they don't want to work. They will be, I will do this for you, I will do that so that they can collect money from you because they didn't work. But some pastors that they work, they don't do that. They believe on their prayer that they can do it and God will do it. You understand? So that is imam too.
So this phrase, faith without works is dead, what do you think it means to you?
One of the definitions of faith is acting on what you believe. So if you believe in something and you don't take a step, you don't get the reward and the blessings of that thing. The Bible says without faith it is impossible to please God. Without faith too, it's impossible to get anything done because you can start on belief. Faith starts from belief, but you can stay on belief and not get the reward and the belief. The reward and the blessings. So, if you don't take a step, there's no blessing, there's no reward.
So, as a Christian, I know that the Bible tells me that without faith, it's impossible to please God.
Okay.
And so, I believe that even though there is that aspect of it, that I need faith to function in life generally. But then, faith without putting in the work, without putting in the work required of me would mean that I am just deceiving myself. So for example, somebody who has an exam and is praying to pass the exam but is not reading, the person is going to fail woefully, and it is not going to be God's fault because the person didn't put in the work. Same as after school, working, getting a job and all that. If I don't put in the work and if I don't meet my KPIs, if I don't meet my expectations, I would not be expected to be promoted even if I pray from today to tomorrow because I've not done my own part. So that's what I understand.
As a person, if you have faith, you have to find something doing, and you have faith on the thing that you are doing, that God can do it. When you are selling nylon or pure water, someone can come, can help you out. That this guy is trying to hustle, he's trying to make it up, so can help you at any time. And you are going to church, you have the faith that God can do it, God can do it at any time. But you need to work hard.
We can't keep having faith without working. Both of them goes together. So no matter how hard working you are, we have faith. We have faith. We believe in God, and we can't just fold our arms saying that we believe in God and we're not doing anything. So faith without work is dead for me. So faith with work goes together, and with those two words, we can make an impact in any society we find ourselves in.